folks, Election Day is 1 week away. Folks will be going to the polls on November 6th, electing folks, obviously, for U.S. Senate, for House, for Governor, for Congress, and, of course, also the statewide seats plus local seats as well. And so, all right, folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment. If you're looking for a hot new investment opportunity, I have two things I want you to think about: legal marijuana and crowdfunding. Now, you just let that sink in for a second. Our friends at Transatlantic Real Estate have created a unique opportunity for everyday investors like you to get in the game for as little as $300. Typically, it takes millions or billions to invest in the legal marijuana industry. If you want more information, go to marijuanastock.org. That's marijuanastock.org. Now back to your Roland Martin Unfiltered video. As you can expect, when it comes to the campaign going down to the wire, all types of attacks taking place, and one has been taking place against the Florida Dream Defenders. Ron DeSantis, who is running against Andrew Gillum to be the next governor of Florida, he, of course, has been attacking Andrew Gillum for his ties to the Dream Defenders. They've been called a hate group. Even Vice President Pence has called them dangerous. And also Trump doing his thing as well. And so earlier today, Henry, you see my iPad? Okay, all right, so hopefully they're trying to get it. Okay, so here's the deal. I got this email a little bit earlier today from Philip Agnew, of course, co-founder of the Dream Defenders. Go to my iPad, please, Henry. And this is what they have been saying. In Florida, straight out of the same playbook, GOP gubernatorial candidate Ron DeSantis is running a vicious campaign based on lies, fear, and bigotry. With no plan and zero vision, he is using the governor's race to attack the Dream Defenders, an organization of young, black, brown, immigrant, and white working-class Floridians with a visionary plan for the future of the state. He is spreading lies about who they are and what they are fighting for. Now, of course, folks, the Dream Defenders were founded 6 years ago in the aftermath of the death of Trayvon Martin. Joining us right now is Philip Agnew. He is a co-founder of the Dream Defenders. He, of course, sent this email out. He is my Alpha fraternity brother, and so I reached out to him to have him on the show to talk about this here. Philip, how you doing?
You know, I'm doing great. You know, I appreciate always you having us on, and this has been an interesting year, and we have about one more week to bring it home, but these attacks have been laughable, and they've gotten more extreme as the weeks have gone by.
And when you talk about those attacks, again, they are attacking you guys because of your support for Palestinians. But they're saying there's all kind of unbelievable, crazy stuff, making you guys out to be like a terrorist organization.
Exactly. You know, this stuff started when Ron DeSantis won the nomination. You'll remember the evening of his victory of the Republican nomination, he was quoted as saying to Floridians, "Let's not monkey this up by voting for the first black nominee for governor in the history of the state of Florida." And so this is just in a series of accusations of racist dog whistles that he's used from the beginning to demean, to mislead voters, because frankly, listen, he has no plan. And we said that before, and it's not just conjecture or political rhetoric. He literally has not presented a plan for how people in Florida are going to eat, have health care, have transportation. All he's talked about is the environment, and his plan around the environment is lackluster. And so he's attacked us every moment he can get. We were in his opening statement in the second debate. And he's also been using this to deflect away from the fact that he's got a number of confirmed relationships with known racists, known anti-Semites, on his end. And so, you know, using a group as a proxy kind of pinata instead of being able to engage with the candidate, Andrew Gillum, on the terms of a platform and on policy, he's decided to just continue in the Republican playbook or the right-wing playbook we've seen nationally.
Yeah, I get the impression the Dream Defenders are as more important as important as the NRA, the way Ron DeSantis keeps going after y'all.
Hey, listen, I wish we had that level of influence over our politicians that the NRA and the companies that have been supporting Ron DeSantis' campaign have. He's supported by the GO Group private prison companies. He's supported by a number of corporations, Florida Power and Light, around the state. And so, you know, you would think that we were actually running. But what we've been saying, Roland, is that we have a platform It's not just visionary. It's not just polemics. It's not just broad overtures. This is actually a plan for what the future of the state of Florida could and should look like if it didn't give away all its money to corporations and to billionaires and actually invested in the lives and the livelihood of people in Florida. And so it's been Florida, this, has been a punchline and a playground for many, many decades for people around the country. And we've got the opportunity, not just in the candidate that we have running on the Democratic side, Andrew Gillum, but also in the organizing that has happened in the past few years since 2012 and beyond. And this rising generation of people voting want different things, they demand different things, and they're not going to tolerate other things.
So what is going to happen over the next week? Obviously, they're coming after your organization. How are your other members responding? Have you seen an uptick in folks even donating to the Dream Defenders under this vicious attack?
We have. People have been going to the website. They've been getting educated about the Freedom Papers, which is our vision. We've gotten, of course, you've got the right-wing trolls and bots on social media. But the fact is, this, when you're in the streets, when you're doing work, when people know you personally, you're not swayed by things that you see on television. And so over the next week, we're going to continue to do what we've done for the last 6 years, knock on doors, throw educational event this evening in Miami where we're going through all of the ballot amendments. This hasn't gotten as much attention on the national level, but this is going to be one of the longest ballots in the history of the state of Florida. We've got amendments, including Amendment 4, which is going to return the right to vote to 1.4 million people who have had that right stolen by the state of Florida because they had a felony conviction. And so this is, in many ways, the most important election in many of this generation's Florida lives. And so we're going to continue to work. We're going to win. We're going to continue to do the work of making sure that after November 6th, the people that we elect and the policies that we vote for are enacted and are held accountable. And, we encourage people to continue to go to the website, dreamdefenders.org, to learn about what we stand for and to ask questions about our stances.
All right, then. Philip Agnew, we appreciate it, brother. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, always.
All right, then.